So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was Kevin Owens. He came down to the ring. Of course, he's still depressed that he possibly won't be at WrestleMania this year because, as you know earlier, him and Seth Rollins lost the match for the Raw Tag Team Championships tonight on Raw. And yeah, he comes out, and he got this big idea of, having a match at WrestleMania against this one person. And he comes in, he starts talking about Texas and all that, talking about how he wants to go to Texas, even though he hates Texas. He wants to go to Texas and beat somebody from Texas. So yeah, that's what he was saying. And he was talking about, I would face JBL, but let's be honest, nobody cares about him. And the horns on his limo is a lot more better, anyways. So JBL was off the list. And then he was talking about Booker T, which is from Texas. And he said, well, Booker T called me a liar last week on his podcast. And I don't want to hear it from somebody that's been part of a tag team called Harlem Heat, and become a king and talking a horrible British accent. And you know what? He's a hypocrite, so I don't want a match against him. And then he says Shawn Michaels. He said he likes Shawn Michaels and all that, but he had that rivalry against Bret Hart, and since Kevin Owens is a Canadian and Bret Hart's a Canadian, he said no to Shawn Michaels too. So then he said, I got this idea of who I want to face at WrestleMania, and we don't know if he's going to accept it or not. And the idea is, this guy, he's probably out of shape. We haven't seen him in a long time. He's possibly out of shape. Wears knee pads and all that with broken down knees. Drinks beer all day and night. And, he was alluding to it, keep on going down it. And he was talking about how he wants to stand over his lifeless body and pour milk down his face because that's the bottom line. And he said he could see him walking down WrestleMania, down the long ramp in the walker and all that. And he said he wants to challenge Stone Cold Steve Austin. So yeah, we've been hearing this rumors for a few months now that Kevin Owens and Stone Cold possibly have a match, and it looks like now it will possibly actually happen. Maybe. We don't know yet, but because we heard rumors that this match was going to happen, and then we heard rumors that this match wasn't going to happen. And now it will possibly actually happen, because now we're going to see if Stone Cold will accept Kevin Owens' challenge, and if he does, the match is on. Kevin Owens versus Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania. Now that will be a big match, and that's a good way for Kevin Owens to get on the WrestleMania card. We still don't know about Seth Rollins yet, but Kevin Owens, yep, that looks like it was going to be happening. So yeah, this is insane. It's going to be great. But yeah, great segment to end off Monday Night Raw. So yeah, if Stone Cold accepts it, that'll be great. We haven't seen Stone Cold in action in 19 years? Other than those stupid matches like against Jonathan Coachman and stuff, those matches that don't matter. Like his last big match was 19 years ago at WrestleMania 19 actually. So yeah, it's been a long time, since 2003. So yeah, it'll be great to see him in the match against Kevin Owens. But yeah, great segment right there. And yep, the Kevin Owens segment was pretty good. The Raw Tag Team Championship match was, like I said earlier, was freaking fantastic. The 24/7 title match was whatever. It was just filler. Omos versus Apollo Crews. I already said something about that. I don't like Apollo Crews getting jobbed out because he's a former Intercontinental and United States champion, but it was whatever. The women's tag team match was Zelina Vega and Carmella versus Rhea Ripley, and Liv Morgan was whatever as well. Finn Balor versus Austin Theory, it was whatever. This is a disqualification. Segment with Logan Paul and Miz and Jerry Lawler was pretty cool, just to get heat on them and pretty much bash Cleveland. That was pretty much what's happening. And yeah, I think that was about everything. But yep, tonight's Monday Night Raw, it was an okay Monday Night Raw. For tonight's Raw, I'll give a 7.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was a pretty good Monday Night Raw. The Raw Tag Team Championship match was obviously match of the night. In the segment with Kevin Owens while ago was pretty good as well. So yeah, that has been my WWE Monday Night Raw March 7th, 2022 reviews. Like, subscribe to Team W Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, World of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Medales, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and I'll be down there in the description box. And I'll see you guys later for tomorrow night's NXT Roadblock event. So yeah, I said last week that I was going to be reviewing NXT every week, but if it comes to like a special show like tomorrow night or NXT takeovers, I'll definitely be reviewing it. So yeah, look out for that tomorrow night. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then.